love to gamble. I sounded way too enthusiastic about that, but yeah, I really do like to gamble.
And what's the best thing to bet on?
Fatherhood.
I rolled my ankle yesterday. I'm keeping it real with you. That's the bad news. Good news is I had 16 off the bench. We caught the dub. W's in the shot. W's in the shot.
Things are not looking good for Drake at all. Drake has been taking a lot of L's lately. The Kendrick beef, the diss tracks, the Super Bowl humiliation, and now it's his own personal addictions. Word on the street is that his gambling addiction is spiraling out of control, and he's out here losing millions as a way of coping with everything that has been happening lately. And to make things worse, his label is getting fed up and might just be ready to cut ties. Yeah, it's getting that bad. For years, people have been talking about Drake's love for gambling, but now it's starting to look more like an addiction than just a hobby. And the numbers, they're wild. We're talking million-dollar bets, desperate social media posts, and even conspiracy about him gambling away his own son. Drake's been about that high roller life for a minute now. Remember when he lost almost $200,000 at the Hard Rock Casino in Atlantic City while he was on tour? Most people would be sick over that kind of loss. But for Drake, whose net worth was sitting around $180 million at the time, it was just a drop in the bucket.
We need something crazy. We need to see like at least a 20, 30 bag on his balance.
Yes! Oh my God! Yes!
That was just the beginning. Fast forward to now, and Drake's gambling habits have gotten even crazier. He's reportedly bet over $1 billion on the Canadian crypto betting site Stake since joining in December 2021. $1 billion, y'all. People are wondering if there's some kind of partnership going on because of the way Drake's been promoting Stake on his socials as well. He even dropped $1.3 million worth of Bitcoin on the Super Bowl and actually won. But even when he wins, the losses keep stacking up, and this is where things start falling apart. Now, we all know things really started going south after that Kendrick beef. Kendrick didn't just beat Drake, he destroyed him. The Super Bowl halftime show was straight up humiliation. He even had Serena Williams crip walking, and y'all know Drake had a thing for Serena back in the day. Then there was SZA performing too, another one of Drake's exes. It was L after L after L, and according to reposts, Drake has turned to gambling to cope with the shame. When Kendrick's Super Bowl performance was trending, Drake was spotted gambling from his penthouse in Australia, like he was literally trying to distract himself from the entire internet clowning him. And it didn't stop there. Drake even went so far as to post a Stake ad on his Instagram, basically begging for $2 million in credit. Members, we are down bad on Stake, so I am posting this solely for $2 million credit to spin slots. PLS keeps scrolling. That's not flexing, that's desperation. And if you thought it couldn't get worse, oh it does. Because there's a crazy rumor going around that Drake allegedly gambled away his own son. Now this probably just another wild theory, but for some reason, word on the street is that Drake placed Adonis as a bet on all black and roulette and lost. Now there's talk that Stake owns his youngin', and we can't forget about the Drake curse. At this point, it's basically a legend. Every team or fighter Drake bets on ends up losing. It's so bad that people have started betting against whoever Drake supports and making money off his bad luck.
The Drake curse has become a concern for football teams around the world. It's felt that if footballers take a picture with the artist, their team will lose their next game. Don't believe me? It started with Kurzawa from PSG taking a picture with him, and PSG ended up losing 5-1 to Lille in their next game. Man City got knocked out of the Champions League when Aguero posted a video with Drizzy. Arsenal suffered a 1-0 defeat to Everton when Aubameyang went backstage at a Drake concert.
With all this mess going on, Drake's also been dealing with some legal drama. Recently, he settled a lawsuit with iHeartMedia over claims that they boosted airplay for Kendrick's Not Like Us diss track through illegal payments. And while iHeartMedia walked away saying they did nothing wrong, word is Drake got an undisclosed payout from the settlement, probably just enough to keep him afloat.
Drake has removed iHeartMedia from the legal petition that he filed in Texas, I believe a month ago now, because of an amicable resolution that satisfied both sides.
But his lawsuit against Universal Music Group, UMG, is still ongoing. And let's be real, Drake's gunning for another cash out because at this point, it seems like his money's drying up fast. And now, it looks like Drake's label is over it. With all the losses, the legal mess, and the bad press, there's talk that his contract could be on the chopping block. I mean, when your artist is begging for gambling credit on social media and getting clowned by the entire industry, that's not a good look. Drake's always been one of the biggest names in the game, but at this rate, it's looking like the fall off might be happening right before our eyes. And y'all know the internet isn't letting this slide. People have been going in on Drake ever since this whole mess started. The comments, straight savage. One person said, man, Drake really can't stop taking L's this year. It's hilarious. And honestly, where's the lie? It's like every week there's a new headline about Drake catching another loss. But this one right here took me out. Drake's gambling losses are more consistent than my gym routine. I mean, they didn't have to do them like that, but also, they're not wrong. So what do y'all think? Is Drake's gambling addiction really this out of control? Do you think his label's actually gonna cut ties? And what's next for Drake if the money keeps disappearing like this? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe if you're rocking with the content. And hey, check out the next video on your end screen. You don't want to miss what's coming next.